Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Gino Lamont. Elizabeth Bobian has the night off. Tonight, a legal cliffhanger leaves the future of medical marijuana dispensary in Rancho Mirage hanging in the balance. KMIR6's Angela Monroe joins us now with the confusion from the courthouse.
Gino, the question will remain until tomorrow morning whether or not employees can return to work at Rancho Mirage Safe Access.
The doors cannot reopen. Then they can. Now that question remains up in the air. These court documents say an injunction is granted, but a few hours later, the court minutes say the injunction is denied. Rancho Mirage Safe Access, part of the All Valley Desert Cooperative Group, had to close their doors after the city sued them in July for operating without the proper permits.
A lot of these medical marijuana dispensaries have just been popping up and not applying for the proper permits. It's my understanding that every city in the valley, with the exception of Palm Springs, has ordinances in effect that ban dispensaries.
Rancho Mirage's attorney says either way, the judge is requiring the collective to address safety deficiencies. The collective's attorney says the court is not holding them to Rancho Mirage's dispensary ban.
The court is requiring the collective to comply with general zoning laws, but not Rancho Mirage's certificate of occupancy and business permit requirements.
In the meantime, the city is taking applications from dispensaries.
Depending on how future court cases go, will depend on the viability of these business license applications.
In a different case, another judge ruled Rancho Mirage's dispensary ban invalid. The city is appealing that decision.
Everybody understands total bans are illegal, and really what the cities need to do is just come back and sensibly zone these things.
Now it's wait and see if the doors to this cannabis collective can or cannot open again.
And once again, the judge did make his ruling today, but because of conflicting court records, neither side will know the true outcome until court opens tomorrow. Back to you, Gino.
All right, thank you, Angela. Almost a full day after it made landfall, Isaac has been downgraded to a tropical storm. And while Isaac is significantly weaker than Hurricane Katrina, which landed 7 years ago today, Isaac is still dangerous and destructive. Christian Boris has been tracking the storm and joins us with the latest. Christian.
And the big story is Isaac on shore, but still very dangerous, bringing some heavy rainfall to eastern areas of Louisiana and areas of Mississippi. That heavy rain will continue. We had our own share of some heavier rainfall up in San Bernardino County today. Big-time thunderstorms around 29 Palms. More storms on the way as the monsoon returns. That's our weather headline here. A couple days of monsoon moisture sticking around. I'll let you know when we could dry out. That's coming up in your full lifestyle forecast. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Christian. It's been more than 24 hours of driving rain and violent winds. Still, Isaac shows no sign of ending a relentless attack on the Gulf Coast. In Plaquemines Parish, the water has overtopped a levee, downed trees and power lines, leaving more than 700,000 in Louisiana alone without electricity. And for many, it may be a week or more before that power is restored. Survivors say they are already dealing with more than they can handle.
I'm just exhausted and tired, and it's really bad.
Forecasters and first responders warn this is far from over because Isaac isn't going anywhere. The latest storm track has it lingering in Louisiana through the weekend. And from the Republican National Convention in Tampa tonight, it was Paul Ryan's turn in the national TV spotlight. The GOP vice presidential nominee delivered the biggest speech of his political career. Ryan said he and Mitt Romney can solve the nation's fiscal problems and urged the party to get them elected.
We need to stop spending money we don't have. The President administration has made its choices, and Mitt Romney and I have made ours. Before the math and the momentum overwhelm us all, we are going to solve this nation's economic problems.
Mitt Romney delivers his speech tomorrow night to accept the party's presidential nomination. The Democrats will hold their convention next week in Charlotte, North Carolina. And new tonight, a compromise has been reached with Coachella Valley hikers and the Department of Fish and Game. Assemblyman Manuel Perez and Brian Nastandy created a bill to keep hikers of the popular Bump and Grind Trail happy and bighorn sheep safe. The bill will require the upper portion of the trail to remain open 9 months of the year, but then close from January through March. That 3-month period is considered to be peak lambing season for the bighorn sheep. The bill is now headed to the governor's desk. And the scene is clear tonight in Cathedral City, where police were investigating a suspicious device. About 11:15 this morning, a military device was found in a dumpster near a business on Ramon Road. The area was evacuated, and Riverside County Sheriff's Department's bomb squad was called in. They determined that the device was not explosive, but it was a military-type piece of equipment commonly used with explosives. Businesses from Indio to Palm Desert are being targeted by copper thieves, and copper piping is being taken from the worst possible place during the summer: air conditioning units. The Indio Rec Center is one of the buildings hit recently. Thieves climbed to the roof and attempted to take the copper from the industrial air conditioning units. They didn't get the pipes, but they did manage to break the air conditioner, leaving patrons and employees to sweat it out in our summer heat.
Today, we are open for business, but on a limited basis. We're telling people that it is extremely hot in here because of the AC being out. But yesterday afternoon, we did close down because it was so hot.
Oh my gosh, it was hot. But in a way, it's okay because like you sweat more and stuff, but it was a little frustrating and like kind of hard to breathe. So I was like, but it's okay.
There are security cameras scattered across the roof, but the thieves managed to somehow avoid those cameras. An Indio school teacher is in hot water for posting one of her students' math test on Facebook. Here's the post. The fourth grade teacher at Herbert Hoover Elementary School posted one of her students' math tests with a caption criticizing the student's intelligence. The name of the child is clearly legible at the top of the page. Parents saw it and asked KMIR6 News to investigate what the district's policies are when it comes to what you can and what your child's teacher can't post online.
It is not legal and against board policy to take a student's test and display it on a social media network.
Johnston says when it comes to social media, every employee signs a technology agreement when they're hired, but if there is a breach in this technology agreement, punishment can be anything from a warning to a day without pay to full-on termination. A 60-year-old thermal man suspected of sexually abusing a minor was freed on bail tonight. John Ruiz Ureste's arrest stemmed from an investigation into alleged sexual abuse of a minor at a home on Pierce Street. Ureste was arrested Tuesday and booked into county jail in Indio. He was freed just hours ago after posting a $75,000 bond. And police are looking for two teenage boys who yanked a necklace from a woman's neck in Coachella today. It happened about 9 o'clock this morning on Avenue 49 near Grapefruit Boulevard. Police say the woman was walking down the street when the teens pulled off her necklace. The victim was not hurt, and the boys were both believed to be about 16 years old. Well, some shaking felt once again today around Southern California as a moderate earthquake struck Orange County, but it was felt all over Southern California. The U.S. Geological Survey says the magnitude 4.1 earthquake struck just after 1:30 this afternoon and centered 2 miles north of Yorba Linda. It was followed by a 3.1. The quake was felt across Orange, San Bernardino, and Los Angeles counties. Did not cause any damage or result in any injuries. Those earthquakes, though, do continue tonight near Salton Sea. The earthquake swarm in Brawley has led the city council there to declare a local state of emergency. The quake swarm began Saturday and hundreds of quakes have followed. The two biggest ones were 5.5 and 5.3. Private businesses are being asked to provide damage estimates. The summary will be used to seek emergency declaration from Governor Jerry Brown. And in a developing story tonight, the driver who plowed into a group of elementary school children in Los Angeles today is 101 years old. Police say Preston Carter, who will turn 101 next Wednesday, jumped a curb and crashed into students just after school let out. Carter says he was backing out of a parking lot and lost control of his car. At least 11 people were injured, including 2 adults. 1 child is in critical condition tonight.
One thing I want to say is this, that I have sympathy and love for each family. It was not on no purpose, because I love everybody.
Police say drugs and alcohol are not considered a factor in this accident. Carter does have a valid driver's license. Los Angeles police are looking into whether or not officers used excessive force during the arrest of a woman. 34-year-old Michelle Jordan was stopped in her car just before noon last Tuesday. When she got out of the car, officers put her in handcuffs, but after some discussion, one of the officers